Hey guys, new video here for the New Year's. I'm just going to go over the plans and also show you my shrimp tank setup. I think I got it at a decent place at the moment. So this is the discus tank. It's doing pretty well. Um, I did forget to usually I do two 33% water changes, and then one of the water changes I do siphoning. So I forgot to do one of them last week, or just like a regular water change last week. And the tank was super dirty when I did it. When I did it again, when I did the actual water change. So now I did the partial, not the partial. I just did the water change today. It's looking a lot better. I removed some of the plants with too much algae on it. I took one of the moss balls. I might even take out this one because it's pretty much just algae on here at the moment. Um, The discus themselves are doing well. This one is the sick one before, and he's still very small compared to the other ones, but he is eating. So, hopefully he'll get bigger and he won't get bullied around as much. Yeah, so this snake is doing pretty well, I think. I did lose a couple of the tetras due to just probably age, and also a couple of them got stuck in the filter once, so that was pretty bad. And yeah, so that's it. So I think I'm not going to replace the tetras when they eventually perish due to age or whatnot. I'm probably not going to replace them and just leave it at that. Okay, so let's go into the shrimp setup. So here is my shrimp tank. So I got the plants today. Um, so this is the Iwagumi setup. I did add these small stones to try to add like kind of like a pathway. I might take that away. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And so the stuff that's on the actual rocks. So here I was trying to go with like a stairway to heaven kind of aspect where you have the moss kind of slowly creeping up in bands all the way to the top. I think it kind of looks like that. We'll see. This obviously is the driftwood. And okay, so I made a huge mistake. I forgot to waterlog. So I had this driftwood for at least a couple months. Or not a couple, no, at least a month. And during that entire time, I actually forgot to waterlog it. So now it's floating up to the top without that giant stone in the back. So I needed to do something. I might either just leave that stone there or do something like a tie off or something like that. But I definitely need to fix that because it's kind of unsightly. So on here as well, I've not super glued, but hot glued. So there's like, so most people use super glue. I think hot glue works better in my opinion. You just gotta apply it really, really quickly. So you gotta put the glue on there and then you gotta apply it really quickly. So you do see a little bit of it here and there, but I'm hoping that it'll just get overgrown once once the Java moss takes over a little bit. So what else in here? I also bought and I bought one bundle of guppy grass, which is separated across both sides of the tank now. So it's very sparse. You can see it back there. You can see it over here. But this is supposed to grow pretty quickly, and so I'm hoping it takes off a lot quicker, and it can sort of fill out the back and provide areas for the shrimp to move around or just to feed off of the bio load that's in the or the biomass that's on that will grow or the algae that grows on there. So that's it. And also with that came a sample of what's called pearlweed. So it's right there. And then I have another one that's growing back there. So actually that one's not actually visible. It's behind. Yeah, I'm gonna move that. So that doesn't make sense to put it right there because you can't even see it. So I'll probably just. The problem is that it's so tall that kind of distracts from the Iwagumi setup. So I might move that like over there instead. Yeah. Um. So the heater is in there. This separator is doing pretty well in terms of the water level. It's just right below the rim of the tank. So I'm hoping this prevents most of the shrimp from getting out, but we will see. Um, the filters is in there. There's a T junction that separates the two. I actually had to pinch one of the lines for this one because I think the resistance from this one is a lot less. This is the filter from my discus tanks, which so basically is already cycled, that filter. So I should be able to put shrimp in here pretty soon. Definitely snails, probably within the next couple days or so. I'll add them. I add one snail for each side, maybe one or two. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, probably two medium-sized ones on both sides. This is sort of help the cycle keep going, because obviously there's no bio load at the moment, and that's already cycled. That's from a cycle tank, that filter. Yeah, so that's the update. In terms of what I want to do, I'm just gonna keep some really high-end line red neocardianas on this side, and really high-end line blues on this side. And we'll see what happens in terms of just breeding for profit. For now, I'm just gonna breed them because I just want to keep them. But eventually, I might breed it for profit if I am successful. And in terms of the water, I use purified water, which I remineralize to around 200 TDS using the shrimp or salty shrimp remineralizer, the GH plus KH plus. So yeah, so that's the update in terms of that. And also, so Petco has these deals where you have the dollar per gallon sale, which is obviously great, but they also have sometimes the 10 off 30. So I took advantage of that to buy this moss here, and I also didn't buy the moss from Petco, like their own moss. I bought it packaged because I didn't want. So one of the things I found from Petco, and they do a good job, but there's like a lot of algae under plants that they sell. So I didn't want to like seed this tank with algae right away. So I bought the ones in the package, which is a little bit more pricey, but hopefully, but I know that obviously it's from a professional plant grower, and it's not going to be filled with algae or anything like that. But along with that, September 30, I also bought another 20 long right there, and that's going to be the cull tank, and also a plant grow out tank that maybe I'll sell the plants for profit, and also maybe a guppy breeding project as well, to see if I can get a line going there. So that's just the beginning of the fish room. So that's the update. Gonna focus on the shrimp. First thing I need to figure out is how to get this stupid block here from flying up. Obviously, I don't think I can keep that stone there. It looks kind of. Maybe I could just keep the stone there. I don't know. Maybe I'll just keep the stone there, and then a month or two down the line, when when it's actually waterlogged, I'll take it out. It's not like a big deal that the stone's there, and it doesn't look too bad at the moment. This side, obviously there's nothing gonna be going on there because I'm gonna start with the reds, and then I'm gonna work on the blues. I'm gonna buy the blues to make sure I can do it first, because obviously I don't want to buy shrimp and then have them die right away. So I need to know I can actually keep shrimp pretty well and at the level where they can breed. So that's the plan. I'm hoping this divider. So this divider here might be a stupid idea because I feel like the shrimp are just gonna crawl across the top there. So I don't want to mix the reds, and these are probably would be really decent lines. I don't want to mix the reds and the blues, right? Well, they probably will mix sometimes, just due to maybe I'll put like another piece of plastic over the top or something like that just to prevent that from happening. But we'll see. So that's the update. Gonna get the snails, and then gonna get the reds pretty soon. So and we'll go from there. Bear once in a while.